Hey, this is Rick and welcome back to my channel. From time to time I do some DIY stuff that I try to save some money for us in the aquarium fish tank hobby. And on this one, if you followed my channel, my budget's fairly low these days. I've been out of work for a while now for some medical issues. If you followed my other channel, then you know what's going on there. But anyway, I needed some new tank lids for my 55-gallon tank. One had broken a while back and I have been running without one. I have flower horn fish and they like to jump when you're feeding them or whatever. And also we have a new cat. That's King, right there, the little guy. And he has been charging at the aquarium and the fish is spooked and jumping and hitting the top canopy. So I needed something to put on there. Now if you see other videos out there, they tell you can buy like a piece of that polycarbonate greenhouse material. And that stuff's great, but right now I can't get it. We're going into fall here and Lowe's doesn't carry it. And even my local Home Depot doesn't carry it. So I thought, well, I wonder if I just take my measurements and I go down to Lowe's and see what their glass costs to go ahead and cut some pieces out. So that's what I ended up doing. I do have a hang on the back filter right now. I've gotten away from the canister filter because the canister filter, if you saw my last videos, was just a little too much for me to lift right now. So I'm going back to hang on the back filter Marineland. And that seems to be working. But my glass has to be cut down a little bit different. I'm not going to have hinges on it or anything like that. It's just enough to maybe keep the fish in, hopefully, and also cut down on some of the evaporation of water out of my tank. Maybe that'll keep it down a little bit. And then also, safety-wise, make sure that the fish stay in the tank. And I can go ahead and start my next project, which is putting some LED lights on top of the tank itself. And I needed those lids. So this is what ended up happening then. I got some glass cut at Lowe's, like I originally said, and this is going to be the shorter piece that's going to go where the filter is, and that's going to give maybe a reveal about that much. That'll be okay. It's just enough to cover the tank to where my lights will be able to go on there. And this is the longer piece that's going to go on the other side of the tank because I have a split top divider in my tank at the top. And I priced out lids. The lids online, you know, with the little hinge here and the lift up arm assembly was going to cost me around 30 bucks a piece. So it was 60 bucks. I got both of these cut out of a sheet that they had there for, I think it was $8 for both of them. So I think that's pretty economical. Now we'll go ahead and we'll take them out of this and I'll clean them up and we'll put them on the tank and see what they look like. So this is my new aquarium tank. If you didn't see the videos before this where I changed out the old tank and put in a new 55 because the seals were starting to go on the other one. This is what it looks like afterwards. Kind of stripped down now because I don't have anything in the bottom here because there's no more canister filters and that created a lot of room. Check out those other videos. I'll put links for the other videos at the top of the page here and you can click on those and it'll show you the different ones on how I changed over from canister filter to hang on the back if you want to. I think it's helpful. So we'll go ahead and we'll remove the canopy here. Oh, bear with me. I'm only allowed to lift about 10 pounds. So there's my Marineland hang on the back filter. Okay, so here we have our pieces. We're going to go ahead and put them right in there. And if I did my measurements right, so lay right in there. And I allowed a little bit of gap in the back for some cords or air hoses if you have air hoses. That's perfect. That one fit fine. And then here's the other one on the filter side. And that's perfect too. Now I allowed a little bit of gap here so I can still feed. I can feed through the back here. There is some slotted areas there. I mean, if you're that anal and you're worried about your fish, you can put a piece of plastic there or just some tape if you wanted to. Where these gaps are, if you're worried about your fish jumping out, I have larger fish and I'm not concerned about that. Mainly I wanted to cut down on, you know, the water evaporation and have something on there to be able to rest my lights on, as well as making sure the fish stay in the tank. So let me bring the camera over here and I can show you a little bit better how this looks. So hopefully you can see there, we'll go to the back. And it lays right in there. We'll go over to the filter side. And you can see I've left a little bit of gap there where it goes up against the hang on the back filter. But that's going to work out fine. And like I said, this will work for my lights now. Keep in mind now, this isn't shatterproof glass like you have in your car or anything. If this breaks, it will shard into like pointy pieces. So be careful that you don't drop anything on there, like any stones, from your decorations or anything like that. And to be honest with you, I had Perfecto glass tops before, and I was cleaning them, and I set it down, and I set them down leaning against something, and they slid, and they cracked and splintered all over the place. Actually, right there on the floor, they were leaning up against the wall while I was cleaning the tank. And those shards of glass went everywhere. So even those from the manufacturer is not safety glass. So I just wanted to point that out. But hey, for a total investment of like $8, I don't think that's a bad deal. That polycarbonate stuff is like $45 a sheet. I think it's like 4 by 8. That greenhouse material, and it's really thick. I may get that later if I can get it locally, because I have some other projects I might want to try to do. If I have the time and I feel good enough to do them, I might try it. I may try to do something different with this. But for right now, that's going to hold me, and that's going to be great. And the next project will be my lighting project, and you might want to check that out. So hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Please subscribe. That subscribe button's down there in the corner. Click that, and you'll have access to all my videos anytime they come out. You never know what I'm going to do. DIY, pet videos, reviews, health products, concerns, whatever. I have another channel. It's called Fibros66, and that's on some other health concern issues and some tips and tricks on there. So please share with your friends. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know how your project turns out. Take care.